And if you look at a nation that is called by the name Christian nation, so you can't take away worship. So one thing that God has been communicating to me is that as a Christian nation, we ought to emphasize on worship, right, because you cannot separate worship from God. So if we are called a nation that is a Christian nation, the first aspect of our life, the first thing that we should actually do and live by is worship.
All right.
Yes.
It's very interesting. I know, Pastor, the radical worship.
Yes.
Many Zambians that could even be watching us, they can relate to, one of Zambia's emerging entrepreneurs, the radical entrepreneur. That they are, they are very familiar with that. Now, getting to the radical worship.
Yes.
I know worship. Even my hairs are moving. With worship, what is it? What is this worship? How can people worship? Can people worship from home? Can they only worship from church buildings? Or in, some fellowship? What is worship that this God requires us,
Okay, thank you so much. The question of where should people worship, like Elias said, worship must be a lifestyle.
Right.
Okay? So as you are here, Keith, your life should be worship. When you are doing your presentation, your life should be worship. As you're walking in the street, your life should be worship. So worship is not just something that you do at a particular time, but worship should be a lifestyle. So worship is continuous. So you worship God everywhere. You worship God in your workplaces. You worship God as you're doing your chores. You worship God at any point. So there is no particular place where you ought to worship God from. But God must be worshipped through our living, our lifestyle. So